2016 Alpha Industries SA Kart Championships is proudly supported by Alpha Industries, JK Tuning, J&A Kart Tuning, Omega Racing Karts Australia, Bridgestone, Extreme Marquees, Adelaide Oil, Molly Duke Hawaiians, Fitness to Podium, The Bridgewater Inn, Dunlop, MG Tyres, Team BRM, Sprint Auto Parts Manapara, Modbury Press, Fresh 92.7, and DPE Kart Technology. Hi, and welcome to round one of the 2016 SA Sprint Karting Championships here at the Mount Young Raceway, located in Whyalla, about 370 k's outside of Adelaide. Now, 2016 is promising to be a really good weekend with over $50,000 up for grabs, thanks to our corporate sponsorship. But not to mention that blue plate, which all our drivers are vying to win. Now, 2016 sees a lot of new additions, one of them being a new 5-round series instead of a 3-round we saw in 2015. We also see a new tyre compound for these classes. We've seen the new Dunlop DFMs being used, along with the MG Red Whites. Another good addition as well is that a lot of these junior drivers now move up to seniors, so we're going to see a lot of new rivalries coming through throughout this year. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show, but before we hit the racing for the finals, let's take a closer look at this track. Now let's take a look at your Alpha Industries KA3 Senior Light starting grid. Starting up in pole position, you see Benjamin Delaney. He's had another dominant weekend. Right alongside him, Jacob Dowson in second. In row 2, you see Jordan Curvis in his Sonic car, starting up in third. Right alongside of him, Hayden Smith in fourth. Row 3, see Matthew Douglas starting off in 5th, and right alongside of him, Taylor Heath, the Speed Princess, and a Zanardi chassis starting off in 6th. Row 4, Jacob Baxter starting off in 7th, and right alongside of him, Brody Hosgard in 8th. In the final row, see Brianna Lazar starting off in 9th, and right alongside of her, Vincent Severiano in 10th. And that rounds out our grid for the KA3 Senior Light. See if anyone can match the pace with Benjamin Delaney in this race. Ben Delaney brings him around, Jacob Doubts in the front row with him. Will we get a green light this time around? Yes, green's on and they're off. Great start there from Ben Delaney. Jordan Curvis gets off to a good start too. Jumps from 3rd place, follows Ben through into 2nd. Jacob Dowson dives up the inside of Curvis. Get your job done, but Curvis gets a switch back on him. Will he get it done? Yes. But up front, Ben Delaney's just skipping away like he's done in the heat races. Already with a massive margin. Curvis trying to go with him. Dowson sitting in their 3rd place. Hayden Smith looking racy here in 4th place. 5th place, Matthew Douglas. This is the final for the KA3 Senior Light Alpha Industries. SA Sprint Kart Championships here at Whyalla. These drivers are facing very hot, muggy conditions here. 27 laps. It's going to be grueling for these drivers. These laps are going to go really quickly though. We've got a short track here in Whyalla, 520 metres. But up front, Ben Delaney, as we said before, he's just skipped away. He's dominated proceedings so far this weekend, picking up pole position and all 3 race wins so far. Jordan Curvis got up to a really good start there as well, sitting in second. But the battle at the moment is for third place between Jacob Dowson, Hayden Smith, showing really good pace here in the final, and Matthew Douglas. So there's a battle of 3 for the final place on the podium. Looking back a bit further, looks like Jacob Baxter sitting there in 6th place, Taylor Heath sitting in there in 7th, so you got a battle with Zanardi there in both those chassis. And behind Taylor, looks like Brody Hascard in the DR chassis. But up front, 5 laps down, 5 of 27. Ben Delaney, as we said, he's pulled away from the field. Just seems like no one's had any answers for Ben's pace he's had this weekend. But this battle back in the pack for 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th between Jacob Baxter, Taylor Heath, Brody Hascard and Brianna Lazar. Starting to heat up now. Looks like Taylor Heath and Jacob Baxter are showing really good pace here, but Brody Hascard and Brianna Lazar, they really want to get past this group, so both Jacob Baxter's kart just hasn't really come on just yet actually. It looks like the 3 behind him are kind of being held up, so Jacob Baxter's holding his own there. No doubt, give it a couple more laps. Those tyres are going to come up to temperature, come up to pressure. Engine's going to be nice and warm, and no doubt you'll see him put up an awesome fight all the way to the end. But back up front, Ben Delaney still leads the way from Jordan Curvis. The battle between Jacob Dowson and Hayden Smith still going on. So Hayden just hasn't found a way past just yet. It does look like Hayden does have that bit more speed than Jacob Dowson in this early on in this race. He just can't seem to put it to good use just yet and get past Jacob Dowson. So we see the field split up into 3 groups. You got Ben Delaney, who's out all by himself, leading by the whole back straight now, just after 10 laps. Then you got a battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. And then half a straight behind that group. You see this group you see on screen. Taylor Heath diving on the inside of Jacob Baxter. Gets the job done. Jacob's looking to come back at her. Unfortunately, Taylor covers the line really well, and Jacob had no answer for that one. You see Ben Delaney on screen now. His father has had this kart set up on rails all weekend. As I said before, no one's been able to answer his speed this weekend. Managed to get the best out of the kart, best out of the tyres, even knowing we've had really, really hot weather this weekend. But you see Hayden Smith now really trying to get past Jacob Dowson. He feels he can get up there with Jordan Curvis, who's slowly starting to pull away from this group. So perhaps for early on this race, Hayden thought would be happy just sitting behind Jacob Dowson just to save the tyres, but now that he sees Jordan Curvis pulling away He's thinking he needs to get past Matthew Douglas, showing really quick pace there. He's there to pick up any crumbs which are left behind if anyone gets in an incident or runs wide. Looking back further as well, Taylor Heath looks like she's now pulled away from that group, battling for 6th place. All these drivers pushing really hard here for the Alpha Industries SA Sprint Kart Championships at Whyalla. See 15 laps down of 27. Ben Delaney's in cruise mode at the moment. Jordan Curvis now. We've got a clear lead here in 2nd. But this battle for 3rd still goes on. Jacob Dowson in 3rd. Hayden Smith 4th. Matthew Douglas in 5th. Looks like Hayden Smith, he's trying to get past Dowson, but Dowson's not making it easy on him. A lot of these drivers this season has moved up from juniors to seniors. Used to run the class known as junior clubmen. And this season we see them all adapt to the new senior rankings. Jordan Curvis there chucks into that corner. He's making sure he's pushing really hard to maintain this gap to the group behind him, because he knows a lot of things can happen within a split second. 1 minute you can move front by 6, 7, 8 kart lengths. Next minute you make one mistake on a corner and this group behind him will just be right on him. You see Matthew Douglas now. He's starting to look to try and get past these two in front of him. He feels with 8 laps left to go on the board, needs to try and make his move now, but as I said before, Jacob Dowson isn't making it easy on these two drivers behind him, showing really quick speed, managing to carry a lot of momentum into these corners, braking very late, so it's not leaving any opening for Hayden Smith and Matthew Douglas to try and find a way through. Perhaps Hayden's just going to have to try and throw a pass just up on the inside, take a chance. But no doubt these drivers are also thinking about the bigger picture, the championship. All points count towards it, so even though they are racing for the round victory here in this final race, all these drivers are looking to win that blue plate at the end of the year. You've got to say this driver on screen right now, Ben Delaney, he's looking at a hot favourite to take that blue plate home at this stage in the championship. But we are only in round 1 of the Alpha Industries SA Sprint Karting Championship, so a lot can happen in the final 4 rounds. As we said at the start of the presentation, this season we see a change from the 3-round series we saw last year to 5 rounds. So it just adds a little bit of more tension, throwing in those 2 extra rounds. But back to the racing, 22 laps of 27 down. Ben Delaney still leads the way aboard his Tony Kart, followed by Jordan Curvis and his Sonic Kart. But this battle here we see on screen has been going all race. Jacob Dowson, Hayden Smith, Matthew Douglas. They're still fighting it out. 23 laps later and they're still locked together. Taylor Heath behind this group. She's now all by herself in 6th place. Taylor's been showing a really good progression in her Zanardi kart this weekend. 3 laps left to go on the board. Could we possibly see a last lap pass from Hayden Smith perhaps, like we saw in the previous race with Amber Miller? He's got to be thinking about it. Jacob Dowson throws it into that corner, and he's now pushing really hard. They're starting to drop Matthew Douglas off just that little bit. So perhaps Jacob Dowson, Hayden Smith now put their heads down, and with 2 laps left to go on the board, they're really pushing. Jacob knows Hayden's going to be coming at some point. Now where will Hayden make his move? That's a question. You can see he's all over the back of Jacob Dowson. He just can't find that gap though. Can't find that little bit of extra speed to get past. See Ben Delaney now going past a few lap traffic. Comes around the final corner. Starts his final lap. As we said, Ben Delaney, he's driven a faultless race this weekend. Got pole position, 3 heat wins. As long as he has no issues in this race, final 3 corners, he will pick up this round win. Second to last corner. Final corner. There it is, Ben Delaney picks up the round win here. Round 1 of the 2016 Alpha Industries Sprint Kart Championships here at Whyalla. Second place, Jordan Curvis. Third place, Jacob Dowson just crosses the line. Now let's take a look at the results for the Alpha Industries KA3 Senior Light Final. So it's a dominating victory there by Benjamin Delaney. Second place, Jordan Curvis. Third place was Jacob Dowson. Fourth place was Hayden Smith. Fifth place, Matthew Douglas. Sixth place, Taylor Heath. Seventh place, Brianna Lazar. 8th place, Brody Hascard. 9th place, Jacob Baxter. And in 10th place, Vincent Severino, who did not start that race, unfortunately. Well, that wraps up our coverage here for the 2016 Alpha Industries SA Cutting Championships Round 1 here in Whyalla. We hope you can tune in for the 30th of April and the 1st of May for Round 2 at Mount Gambier. Thank you.